Good late afternoon, everybody. So I guess I'd like to share a testimony today. I had a wonderful conversation with one of my cousins on my mom's side last night, though, that basically sums up to the silliest and, for lack of a better word, dumbest or most idiotic people tend to have the loudest voices and want to speak up the most about things. And for that exact reason, people like him and I and others who believe in God or who have actual sense, who like to work in silence, need to, continue to do our work in silence, but speak up as well. We need to be as loud, if not more loud than them in the public sphere, so that those of us who have sense can realize that there are still a significant cohort of each other that exist in today's society that through the media are being portrayed. This society, is being portrayed to be a majority of people who believe in nonsensical ideas, who believe in listening to your feelings before facts, and who believe in other kind of stuff that I'll go into more details as you guys get more comfortable with my blatant and specific and directed rhetoric. But what I want to share with you guys today, more specifically, is a testimony of how important it is to really honor your parents. So basically, I just got back from Miami with my uncle and his folk today. 9-hour drive. We left the hotel on Sunny Isles Beach at like 6. And we got here. My uncle dropped me off with his kid, and I realized I didn't have my key to get into the house, but I have the app on my phone to open the top garage. That means nothing though if you don't have a key. So basically I could not get into the house, and I was just trying to get in the house so I can relax from a 9-10 hour trip. But I called my mom, and she's telling me that just because you don't have a key doesn't mean you can't get into the house. We're about to replace one of the locks soon on the house anyway, so just go ahead and break the lock. And me being kind of more obstinate and stubborn, once I make up my mind or decide that to give up on a thing, it takes a lot to make me want to give up on a thing to begin with. But then once I finally give up on the thing, there's really no turning back. And I had kind of resolved myself to the fate that, well, I'm just going to have to sleep over at my uncle's house for the night. And I'll have to just come back home tomorrow when my dad and brother fly in, and we'll get into the house somehow at that point. But I went ahead, took heed to my mom's advice, completely against my own will and wishes. And so I went back to the top garage, and I just worked to breaking the lock with brute strength. And long story short, I managed to do so, and I'm now chilling at my house, and I'm about to feast on some peanut butter jelly bagels and couscous and eggs and all that stuff, just because I decided to honor God by honoring my parents and listen to what my mom was telling me, in spite of how against my mom's advice I was at the time. So yeah, word up.